Now we will talk to our main event fighter, our world champion, the interim WBO super welterweight champion of the world, Tim Tszyu. 22-0 as a professional boxer, 16 stoppages so far. He'll take on Carlos Ocampo, 34-2, 22 stoppages. He's a former world title challenger. He is the #1 fighter in the division out of Mexico. And Tim, just want to start by asking you, why have you been so excited to fight a Mexican fighter for so long?
Oh look, the Tszyu legacy, we got 5-0 against the Mexicans. So I think for me, growing up, being a lover of this sport, watching the rivalries, Morales, Barrera, the big Mexican fights like that, I've always wanted to test myself. And, you know, when you're in this pro game, especially in my weight division, in that light middleweight status, there's plenty of fights that are Mexican fighters. So I'm quite honoured to be able to fight against a Mexican, and we're looking to bring that tally up even higher and higher.
Yeah, there's a bit of pressure there because your dad, he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. He had his greatest ever performances, he sees it, against Miguel Angel Gonzalez, and he beat 3 other Mexicans as well. Do you feel that pressure?
Rafael Morales was his first one.
Yeah.
Look, pressure, whatever. Pressure is, I sort of had it from day one anyway, so pressure's nothing out of the ordinary, it's nothing new. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight, you know, I'm looking forward to this fight because it's keeping me active, it's bringing me against a style it's like a brick wall, you know, you can punch that and it's not gonna fall, you know, so it's gonna be a tough task, so hopefully my hands are ready.
You talk about that style of the Mexican Carlos Ocampo. You know what he's going to do. He's going to be in front of you. He wants to go to war. Is there a chance we see Mexican style out of Tim Tszyu?
You know how I am. I don't move back. And every fight I've had, I've never taken one step back. Maybe on the occasion, but usually I'm always up with the pressure. But yeah, this is we'll see what happens. You know, this is a style we're just going to clash. It's going to be a standoff. You know, and we'll see who takes the first back step. And it ain't me.
There was clearly a lot to prove, or so you saw it, in that Tony Harrison fight. We saw you in the ring afterwards, stating your name. What have you got left to prove, do you think, to the boxing world, if anything, in this fight?
I think something devastating. You know, something devastating. I've been envisioning this moment, this fight, yeah, something devastating, something that Fundora couldn't do. You know, Errol Spence did it in devastating fashion when he was young, nice and early in his career with Ocampo. I want to do something highlight real status.
Do you have any message for Jermell Charlo? Because clearly that's the man you want to be fighting now, but that's not the case.
Look, I was watching the Garcia Tank fight the other day, and the guy was off his head. He was drunk, you know. And there's a difference between me and him. See me, I'm active. I'm here, staying ready, getting ready for the next opportunity. Every opportunity I get, I'm going to take. Him, on the other hand, he's on honeymoon. He's off to Vegas. He's getting smashed. You know, there's a difference. And when we do meet, it's going to be trouble, not for me, but for him.
Is he going to fight you?
That's the question you got to ask him, man.
Talk about the Gold Coast for a moment, because I know you love this part of the world. You've spent a lot of time here in training camps. You were based here for a little while, and you seem to have a great deal of enjoyment about the place.
Yeah, it's got this vibe here. Gold Coast, we spent 2 months here before Jeff Horn. Before then, it was the Queensland versus New South Wales rivalry. You know, this time I'm coming here, and it's like I feel like the whole nation's behind me. You know, and it's not just Queensland. It's every state, and it's a good place here on the Gold Coast to have this type of fight. And we promised with No Limit to bring a big fight here, and we finally got it. You know, so I'm grateful for this opportunity.
It was a special atmosphere in Sydney when you fought against Tony Harrison. I know you were busy, but it was something pretty special for those who were present. What should they expect if they do get along here to the Gold Coast for this fight?
Again, special, you know. I'm always zoned in, zoned out, but when I re-watched it, it was a buzz. It was a buzz, and it's crazy how I still think I'm not small-minded, but I'm always in the same surface as everyone else, and to go in front of these big crowds, and it just baffles me at times, you know. To be able to see how many people it can bring in, and the numbers that people buy, and how much interest it just shows where boxing is in this country, and hopefully we can get a big turnout here in the Gold Coast.
I'm sure we will, and one man that will be here is Carlos Ocampo. Finally, do you have a message for your opponent before he heads here to Australia for this fight?
I need to learn a bit of Mexican first before I can send any messages out, but the clear message will be sent out on fight night. Devastating fashion.
Thank you very much, Tim Tszyu. So Tim Tszyu against Carlos Ocampo is the fight.